Hi, I'm Dr. Amanda Dye, Beyond Barnard's Director of Advising and Programs, and I'm here to help you make the most of our Fall 2023 Opportunities Conference. To get started, I'll tell you a little bit about what to expect from the day. The day will begin with our keynote discussion, Beyond Diversity, the Importance of Equity, Inclusion, and Belonging in Recruiting Gen Z. Barnard's Vice President of Inclusion and Engaged Pedagogy, Jennifer Rosales, will guide a conversation with leaders in the DEIB space and will be serving brunch. There are a limited number of spaces for students to register, but those who do will have the chance to connect directly with employers, faculty, staff, Barnard alums, and each other to discuss the challenges and opportunities attendant to advancing organizational goals around diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. If you're interested in joining the conversation, you can register via Handshake. The next way to engage with our Opportunities Conference will be through our career conversations, which are opportunities for small groups of up to 4 students to meet with employers or alums to meaningfully discuss organizations, roles you might consider, or pathways within an industry. To see a list of participating employers and alums, navigate to Handshake or to our conference webpage. Remember that you'll be able to register to participate in the conference on Handshake. Beginning on September 15th, registered students will receive a link to sign up for any 12-minute slots with specific employers and alums. Keep in mind that registration is a 2-step process. First, register for the conference on Handshake, and then keep an eye on your email for instructions on how to sign up for specific slots for career conversations. In addition to the career conversations, we'll be offering a series of themed panel discussions throughout the day. Conference attendees will be able to hear from Barnard alums in a wide range of fields during panels including what are environmental, social, and governance careers, growing an arts career, accessing public service careers, research careers for the public good, the changing face of well-being in your career, addressing health inequality in your career. These panels are a fantastic opportunity to make connections with Barnard alums in fields already of interest to you and to explore new paths. Attendees are welcome to simply listen to the discussion, but will also have the opportunity to share their questions with panelists. We believe that all students at all stages of their academic and professional journeys can benefit from attending these panels. Even if you're not sure about your direction after Barnard, we encourage you to attend and learn from our amazing alums. Part of your preparation for the conference will involve researching the organizations that will be represented there. You can check Handshake as well as our dedicated conference webpage for more information about the organizations that will be present. It's a great idea to visit organization websites, check out company LinkedIn profiles, and search for recent press about the companies you hope to meet. We encourage you to talk with alums and company representatives whose work interests you, even if they don't have current openings or you aren't in an active job search. These conversations can help you to learn more and create contacts when roles do open. To that end, it's important to prepare questions, either about organizations themselves or any specific roles you're exploring before getting to the conference. You can, of course, think of any relevant questions, but if you're looking for some suggestions, we've included some samples here. Feel free to pause the presentation and take a screenshot. You can ask questions about what it's like to work at a company, what the organization prioritizes in hiring for particular roles, and especially when talking to alums, advice they may have for folks interested in career paths similar to theirs. In addition to your research and developing strong questions, it's important to update your resume, especially if you're actively pursuing job or internship opportunities. To get started, you can check out Beyond Barnard's resources for resumes, including guides for formatting and selecting language, as well as many sample resumes in the resources section of Handshake. You can also find our Career Skills Resumes presentation on the Beyond Barnard YouTube channel. You can meet with peer career advisors to review your resume by scheduling an appointment in Handshake, or come chat with us via drop-in advising, Mondays through Thursdays, 12 to 1 p.m. Peer career advisors hold drop-ins on Mondays, and full-time staff hold drop-ins Tuesdays through Thursdays. On the day of the conference, be sure to bring multiple copies of your resume, enough for representatives at all the organizations you plan to visit. It's a good idea to make sure that your resume is tailored for the industries you're targeting, with relevant experiences given priority. It's also important to give some thought to your visual presentation at a career-focused event like this conference. This can be a very complex topic, but it matters for everyone because others can make assumptions based on what they see, and those assumptions can affect your career. We point this out not to suggest that there are objectively correct ways to present yourself, but so that you are aware that others may interpret your presentation. You may want to consider how your visible and invisible identities are expressed in your personal styling. Are these aspects of your identity things that you expect you will share at work? If you haven't decided yet, how do you think you might decide which aspects of your identity will be expressed in professional settings? As you're asking yourself these questions, reflect on your individual style. Which pieces in your current wardrobe make you feel confident or powerful? Do you take inspiration from others with similar identities, perhaps through social media? Are you open to experimenting, especially if you're new to dressing for a professional setting? In addition to thinking about yourself, think about the industry you're hoping to enter or explore. If you've had an internship or a volunteer opportunity in the industry, how have you seen people present themselves? Do you have a mentor in the field whom you can ask for advice on conventions of presentation? Have you observed the presentation of people who have the kinds of jobs you want? And finally, if it appears that your style is very different from what's typical in the field, how much do you want to adapt your style to fit the norms? No matter what you choose to wear, it's a good idea to minimize distractions in a networking or interview setting, so we recommend avoiding noisy accessories or heavy scents on a conference day. It's ideal if you can pull together an outfit in which you feel comfortable, including shoes that won't distract you when walking. If you're testing the waters in an industry that is more on the conservative side, don't feel pressure to invest a great deal in new clothes up front. You can rent suits for free through our Suitable Suits program at Beyond Barnard. To do so, reach out to us at beyondbarnard@barnard.edu. You can also try thrifting or clothing rentals for lower cost options. Because career conversations at the conference will be conducted in small groups, it's a good idea to give some thought on how to introduce yourself in that setting. We encourage you to keep your introduction simple but effective by considering what other group members, alums, organization reps, and your fellow students should know about where you've been and where you hope to go. The first part of your introduction should include your name and affiliation with Barnard. You can include other information that is relevant to know about you right away. Consider what you can say about where you currently are in your academic or professional career and where you hope to be in the future. For example, you could begin with something like, "It's great to meet you. I'm Alex Lee, I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a senior here at Barnard majoring in anthropology. I'm writing my thesis on the social development of youth participating in sports in New York, and I'm exploring roles in nonprofit organizations with an educational focus." Next, you want to give a sense of the things that motivate you, or perhaps the things you'd like to learn more about in the course of your conversation. For example, "I've always enjoyed roles where I can serve as a mentor or a teacher, as well as work that focuses on communicating with a diverse group of individuals." Once brief introductions have been made, you'll move into your conversation. Participating in group conversations involves considering not just your own goals and needs, but those of your fellow group members. We encourage you to lean upon skills you've learned in classroom settings here, including participating actively while leaving room for others to do so as well, listening to everyone involved in the conversation, including your fellow students, and using others' questions and insights to propel the discussion. It may feel a little nerve-wracking in the beginning, but we know that Barnard students are pros when it comes to engaging in meaningful conversations in and outside of the classroom, and we hope that these career conversations will provide you with an excellent opportunity to learn as well as network. Remember, it's natural to be a bit nervous at a career-focused event, but we have full confidence that you will do wonderfully. Doing some research and preparing questions beforehand, as we've already discussed, can be a huge help to managing your nerves. We also encourage you to consider strategies like planning to attend the conference with a friend or two so that you can support one another throughout the day. It's also a great idea to set reasonable goals for the experience. Rather than telling yourself that you need to walk away from the conference with a job offer, commit to spending an hour or two at the conference and attending at least one panel. Taking some of the pressure off yourself can help you to relax and to see the conference as a learning experience. Once you arrive at the conference and are ready to chat with employer representatives and alums, remember to project confidence. Making eye contact is key. In the COVID-19 era, handshakes are not as commonplace as they might have been in the past. You can ask before initiating a handshake, and if you aren't comfortable returning an offered handshake, you can move your hands away and tell the other person that you're avoiding handshakes for health reasons. If you're actively seeking a position, use your conversations with employers to find out what you can do to be considered or learn more about open roles. You can offer more information about yourself in response to the needs the employer identifies. Remember though, even if you're not in an active search, career conversations can help you to learn more about roles or pathways that could be of interest to you in the future. As you move through the conference, collect as much information as you can. Make sure to ask for business cards so that you can follow up whenever possible. It's a good idea to make your own notes of things that excited you about particular conversations, information about timelines for follow-up, and the names and contact information of representatives. After the conference, remember to follow up. You can reach out to employer representatives and alums by email to thank them for the conversation, and it's a good idea to mention anything specific or important you discussed. It's a good practice to reiterate your interest, for example, in open roles or in learning more about an alum's career path, and to attach information like your resume that may be helpful. You can also connect with recruiters and alums on LinkedIn. This can be a great way to receive updates about new positions as they open up or to continue networking. We know that attending events like the Opportunities Conference can be daunting, especially if it's your first time, but we hope that the tips presented here will help you to approach these events with confidence. Remember, organizations are here at Barnard because they want to meet you, and alums are joining us because they care deeply about being part of your future. And as always, if you have questions as you prepare, don't hesitate to reach out to us at beyondbarnard@barnard.edu. Good luck and have fun.